Hi everybody.
Hello.
So I'm pretty stoked to have the graveyard shift, but bear with me and hope to take you on a bit of a journey today. A little bit different to maybe the content that you've experienced today. There's a lot of thought leadership, a lot of help, and I understand there's a lot of startups in the audience that have really been benefiting from a lot of this great knowledge. I'm really going to take you on a bit of a journey of, we call it Intersecting the Old with the New, which is really around how the story under how Temando was founded, the unique conditions that appeared in the market to give birth to Temando, and our journey so far. So first off, who's anyone heard of Temando in the audience? Okay, there's a few. I'm kind of doing my job, which is good. Let me explain it to you just really quickly, just before we get into it. But put your hands up if you shop online. Who's been to the shopping cart? You've got all your stuff in there, you're ready to make the purchase, only to find the shipping options not convenient, or the cost of shipping is too high, right? Probably most of you. That's a really brief example of some of the solutions that we help retailers with. So I mentioned I was going to take you on a bit of a journey, sort of to understand where we've all got to in the retail space, and e-commerce, and the internet, and where we're all heading, and how Temando really birthed. It's interesting to look back on where we've come. So back in the 1900s, and we'll make this history lesson really short. I feel a little bit guilty about packing a few words into this period. There was 2 world wars, the Great Depression, the motor car, everything else. But it's really interesting to look back on retail at this time. And what we really have is a personalised one-to-one experience. By and large, you knew the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, particularly in the earlier ends of the 20th century. At this stage, retailers are really typified by quite a small product range, quite weak brands by comparison to today. There was delivery, there was probably standing orders where you would just go in advance and pick up your goods that are ready for you. But again, it really was a one-to-one relationship. Getting through post-World War II, things start to get big. You have the birth of the discounts, the department stores start to come into existence. You also have the discount big box retailers like the Walmarts of this world, the Kmarts, the Targets. They really start to come in. What they do is they really do in a way sterilise retail a little bit back in the day. This really becomes big. They really bring a lot of efficiency by standardising their stores. But in the process, they lost a bit of their soul, and they lost a bit of that experience and that personalisation, which we just had a great session on. Getting through into the from 75 to 90, we really see during this period mass consumerism. Everything's big. Also, the birth of the category killer category killer stores, and we also see organisations like Costco, and these really starting to come to the floor as well. But you really do see sort of mass consumerism in a very sort of quite sterile environment. So in 1990 to 2000, it's supposed to be a bit of sound and make sure that you're awake, but that didn't trigger. But not only do we have Kurt Cobain, but we also have some really interesting things. Not only do we have Kurt, but we do have, was it 1989 was Sir Tim Berners-Lee found the internet. By 93, internet starts to become a thing. By 95, we have the likes of eBay, Amazon starting to roll up. We're building towards the bubble. By 2000, bubble burst. So happy days, the internet is now common. From the next period, I like to put Google up there because in 2004, I think they did their IPO. But really, we have the application layer going over the internet, which then drives a lot of interesting developments across multiple verticals. But specifically in the retail space, you really see a lot of retailers that are really starting to en masse try and go online and struggling to go online. And in the process that they do that, they also sort of forget to link up their point of sale systems, their inventory, which really in today's day and age sets the foundation of what is possible with an online experience. But that's very much skipped over. But in the process, you also have carriers who don't really predict the rise of e-commerce very, very well at all. So you have a unique number of factors that are really burgeoning through. Lest we forget the launch of the smartphone, which really, in that context of that early 20th century personalised experience, really puts the power back in the consumer's hands in the late 2009-2010. So what's happening in 2009 in Australia? Well, there weren't many businesses with shopping carts, but there was a high internet penetration, so it was a really interesting time. It's no wonder companies, I guess early on companies here in Australia like Deals Direct did so well in the early days. But Australia is a really, I guess, a relatively affluent population. Is an affluent population, and also a great test bed for startups. And I'm sure that most of you are making the most of this today. But you have, for Temando specifically, you had all those good characteristics, like similarities between other markets, other large markets, which ultimately everyone wants to expand into. But you also have, as I said, the affluent population. But you have an ability to test in the smaller market that is relatively isolated now. Relatively, obviously, things are very hyper related across regions these days. But you do have an opportunity. Lots of businesses do treat Australia and New Zealand, because I'm a little bit biased, as a test bed for this innovation. And when I think back on Temando's journey, we really made the most of this. We really built a business that solved a very painful problem for retailers, which is how the hell do I actually ship this thing? How do I make sense of these carriers? How do I then go online? And we really helped them solve that. So in doing so, we really managed to get a lot of traction on our platform very early on, which then led to the founding of our business. Now, on the founding of our business, I would like to tell you that we were next in Silicon Valley, next to Steve and Was, but we were founded in the Valley, but we were founded in the Fortitude Valley in Brisbane. And that's where we sort of started off, and it was great that we had this heritage. We were started by our co-founders, Carl Hartman, Cameron Dean and Matt Malady. These guys were a sales guy, a tech guy, and a carrier guy, and they got together and they birthed the first version of Temando. So V1 Temando was a C2C offering. It was an interface, which is still part of our legacy today, but it really is helping you. It really helps you log into the site, send something from A to B. Now, soon after that, we realised that retailers needed this technology, particularly in Australia, to go over some of the challenges that I've been talking to you about today. So retailers were struggling to deal with this vast geographic space into Australia, with its sporadic population centres all around, and large distances between them, and really there needed to be multiple carriers that a retailer needs to access all the customers around Australia. So we very quickly released an API into our system, and in early 2010, 2011, that really set the foundation for a lot of our growth. And all of a sudden, we were working with some of Australia's largest retailers you would have heard of, like Toys R Us, Myer, Iconic, ASOS, the list goes on. And in order to fuel this crazy ride that we were on, we managed to get our first Series A fundraising from Allison Capital, which was a cool $5 million, which really helped us to build out our professional service and start to productise as well, which is really, really exciting for us. Fast forward to 2015, and we were successful in raising a $50 million Series B with Neopost. Neopost is a strategic investor in Temando. They are a traditional mailroom solutions company, but now also very much in the technology space as well. During this process, we also influenced some of the French people in the room. We managed to close a deal with Larry Dute, which was France's second biggest retailer in the marketplace, I think, but someone can correct me if they're wrong. But a huge deal for us. There's now 100 in the Orange Army. We're now in 6 countries around the world, and we're expanding very, very rapidly. In April of this year, I'm not sure who's heard of Magento here? Anyone's heard of Magento? All right, this is Mark Lavelle, CEO of Magento. So in April at their global conference, we were announced as a premier technology partner, along with some other great companies that you may recognise up there. So that was a really big moment for us. So we're really proud to be working so closely with Magento. And what this means for us is that, you know, with every instance of Magento deployed around the world, Temando will be available. That's pretty huge when you sort of claim to have a third of shopping carts, but it is a huge deal for us and something that we're really, really pleased to be part of. Now, Yeah, we spoke about sort of the founding. I think as a lot of startups here, it's important to have a strong vision. I mean, our vision is to connect the world's logistical resources into a single intelligent platform and commerce universally accessible to everyone. It's a big, audacious goal, but it's something that keeps us coming into work every day. I think it's important as a startup to make sure you really do have this vision instilled in your business very early on, but also let it pervade through the culture. It always seems like business 101 to have a vision and mission, and you've got to do all this sort of stuff. But unless people really feel it and believe in it, then it's not going to take you very far. I think Temando has been very successful in instilling this vision, and it really helps us come to work every day, like I said. The opportunity that Temando faces in the future, we are expanding into these countries, but you think about where we are in e-commerce now, everyone talks about it as being, yes, it's a booming industry, yes, it is growing at double digits, but we're still at sort of between 3 and 7% of overall retail sales. eMarketer, I think there were stats a couple of years ago predicting it to get to 40% by 2018. I don't think we quite get there, but the opportunity is huge, and we're just sort of scratching the session last week there. But I've sort of taken a bit of a journey today. I've tried to intersect where Temando come from, what conditions really birthed Temando. And disruption is one of those things that's sort of asked to talk about, but it's quite an overused word. Probably some of the VCs in the room here are probably sick and tired of hearing it from all your pitches. But for me, when I think back on Temando's journey, I think that the market conditions really led to the founding of our business. And it was a painful problem that needed to be solved. And we were privileged to work in the Australian market and to ramp up the way we did, which really gave us the traction, gave us the proof of value proposition to then take to the likes of a Neopost and get a big round of funding in, and then expand around the world. So, as I say, it's been a very exciting journey, but that's all I've got to say to you today. If you have any questions, just hit me up in the break. I'll be hanging around till the rest of the day. That's me. Thank you.